Yes, guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to the very first out of 2 reactions I'll be jumping on this YouTube platform. Welcome to another vibrations on the one and only Mystelics Reacts channel. Big up all yourself for definitely tuning into this vibrations, brothers and sisters. Don't forget to click the like button, brothers and sisters. I would appreciate that right there. And then, of course, subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through right there. And then, without further ado, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations today. For, of course, we had a serious weather taking place yesterday, brothers and sisters. This was actually last night, and as you can hear, the rainfall is falling, brothers and sisters. There was some sort of tropical wave that passed. And, of course, bare lightning, brothers and sisters, frightening the cameraman. Yes. It frightened it. It frightenerized the cameraman. Shocked. He couldn't believe what he just saw. We saw a number of them when we were actually on the road, brothers and sisters. Yesterday we were going to Sultan. And this is the kind of weather that actually met us right there. Serious rainfall, brothers and sisters, and thunderstorms. We're making ding-dang. I think this individual realized, hey, let me see if I can run a little business. Maybe that's a Spanish business. I'm hearing Spanish music. And that person probably realized, wait, that's a bad idea. You know, I can't host my business right now. That's most likely is a Spanish business playing Spanish music of sorts. And it seems like they have taken the height of Roseau. Thunderclaps happening in the place, brothers and sisters. Even the music frayed. You notice the music stopped. The music stopped. Okay, now it's start back. I don't know if that person was this. What? Well, that's tarpaulin right there. Holly doesn't live nothing. At least it's skipping. It's skipping for now. I guess the person wanted maybe a sky view. Maybe that's what this place is called, sky view, something of that sort. But serious rainfall. As you can see, there's water there, so I don't think that was very successful. There's water on the ground. Yep, definite waters on the ground. I thought it was successful, but the tarpaulin not tarpaulin, brothers and sisters. So yeah, nice view, but not in rain. Okay. So anyways, brothers and sisters, this was kind of like the aftermath. This was in Stowe, in the Stowe region. Roadblock. I think there was a roadblock previously within that same vicinity, or was it in Granby region? I think it was around the Granby region. But of course, the trees are shedding, so to speak. They want to touch the road.
The road is blocked at Stowe.
They're on the road to Zion. Fire the road. So all this was happening, and it seems like the person I saw a while ago looked like Siri. Is that Siri, guys?
Roadblock at Stowe.
Yeah, the head looks like Siri.
Oh. Trees.
Seems like there's a lot of trees that fell within that area in Stowe, and persons who are working diligently to clear the road so that you can pass and go at your mother's home or your daddy's home, or go to your boss's work. Yes, yes, I. Slowly but surely, it has happened in that regard right there. However, brothers and sisters, I must make mention that there was a meeting yesterday in the serious rainfall in the Roseau region right there. And of course, Mr. Narrin Murphy from the Narrin show is definitely gonna break that down for us. I will be doing a reaction on it tomorrow, brothers and sisters, hopefully on the BrBpTV YouTube platform. So look out for a reaction, a live interaction reaction on that vibrations right there tomorrow. Of course, I heard there's important points being raised. I myself, like I indicated before, I was on the road to Zion myself, literally on the road to Zion, where we were. It was just something else, but yeah. Anyways, let's listen to Narrin.
I also listen to. Sometimes I would attend there if it's possible for me. But I opted the weather, you know, I'm still recovering from a little burial flu, to just listen. So I listen, well, not to the end.
Narrin, the little video guy making Roseau give you a flu and for burial.
Tired, but when I could, I listened to the people for the electoral reform, this committee that has been set together with various persons like Mr. Vidal, Randy Rodney, Lennox Linton.
So Rodney is part of, okay.
Other members and others that are on a crusade to ensure that there's electoral reform, proper electoral reform, before the holding of any elections in Dominica.
Yep, I agree.
And
they also need to put debates on it, brothers and sisters, because I noticed he was saying something about going, you know, going at the places and whatnot, listening. I think they need to have a debate. They should put that in the electoral reform. Debates need to be had. They used to have debates back in the day. Scary decide no debates. I remember when Lennox challenged him to come on the stage in Windsor Park Sports Stadium. Yes, come, we want to do it. He never show up because he know he would lose. Asking questions about the country that he caused to suck, brothers and sisters.
I got to listen to the speech of
what's going on here?
The entire speech of Randy Rodney, and I'm just going to quote some of the items that came from a declaration that he read. And he spoke to the need. It was about 10 of them. Maybe I may not be able to go through all. 10, okay. But guys, we'll definitely be reacting to that vibrations right there. I think Lennox Linton was also on that thing. As you can see, there were quite a number of individuals gathered there. I still believe this is not enough. I always believe that this is not enough. You need to have at least 10,000 people, 20,000 people, brothers and sisters. Having a few hundred people is not enough, brothers and sisters. Dominica needs to understand that the electoral reform is not for some, but for all, so that free and fair. How on earth will people fighting fair and fair elections, because the people who are in charge or not necessarily in charge, but the people who are holding the country hostage from having free and fair elections are telling you guys not to show up. And it is on the basis and rooted in the very sentiment that it is you who has to create free and fair elections. Telling them and holding the government accountable, saying, no, not so, sir. We want free and fair elections, and therefore you must abide by these rules that will create a free and fair playing field for everybody, brothers and sisters. Let's continue right there. He spoke to voter ID, and
voter ID cards is definitely needed.
And the purpose of me reiterating those is really...
Guys, hold on a while. Let me get the actual video here. Okay, guys, I think I'm back. I think I got organized right there. So let us continue.
The ID, we have heard that it should be national ID, one ID.
Nah, we need voter ID cards.
In some countries, there's specific ID for voting, which should contain your fingerprint, your registration number,
biometrics,
the address, the polling station, where you are to vote, the polling district, and other features that are just for voting.
I agree. That needs to be done, so that people cannot say, oh, let me go and vote in somewhere else or some other constituency. You have the right to only vote once. Why then should you be given an advantage to be voting multiple places while others only vote one place? Why? There's a setup where they actually have voter ID cards in St. Martin, and people can go anywhere and vote, but once they vote once, that's it. They cannot vote again. They can go and vote in the south or in the north or in the east or in the west, but once they vote once, that's it. Because of the voter ID cards that they have.
So voter ID. I think we should have an ID. Yeah? You can
voter ID.
A lot of people have the same name. Mark Joseph or Thomas John. This kind of name there, you know, and sometimes they don't have a middle name. I mean, you only have one Narrin Michael Murphy. You know, I mean, that's one in a million. But you have some other persons with those names that are similar. And if you have a voter ID, then maybe it could lead to identifying that this is the person.
Well, this is one way of looking at it.
The right to vote, he stated that that should be for ordinary resident person, Pika West, those who are staying here.
I agree. That's how it should be. And if by chance you say, okay, let us invite the overseas voters to vote, I think they should have their own constituency or two constituencies that represent them. How on earth we are voting? Individuals from overseas are voting. To my first point, individuals from overseas voting and they have no representation for them. Make it make sense. I understand these people say, well, I sending stuff down and what have you. So when America and all these people sending stuff down to Dominica, when Dominica in trouble and what have you, they have the right to come and vote too? That's what we're saying? No, man. I don't think that is the case at all. I personally think only the residents of the country who are in the country for at least 1 year prior to elections, 1 year fully prior to elections, have the right to vote. Because sometimes there's a CARICON movement, people go back and forth and all those kind of things and blah, blah, blah. You need to be in the country for 12 months straight before you have the ability to vote. Alright, you must be a citizen of the country and 12 months. Yeah, that's my own personal thought right there. However, if they decide, hey, we want overseas people to come and vote, give them 2 constituencies so they do not tilt the scale within the country. That is what is happening at present, brothers and sisters. They are putting people in different perspectives that would not normally vote for the present government. They are putting people in the present in different areas that will tilt the scale to their favors. I remember talking to Dr. Thompson Fountain on the very same sentiment, and he indicated only one or two votes that people have been voted with the understanding that individuals have been coming into the country to vote. People have been coming into the country to vote. Wow, how does it make sense that people in a country who are feeling the Guyana suffering, want to change the government, all of a sudden they are bringing in people from overseas to come and tilt this scale to their favor? Make that make sense to me. So if we say we want overseas people to vote, whatever, they have been in the country for 15 months or whatever, they come back and forth, not consecutively, but you know, they have been back and forth total for the 5 years. They have been here for 15 months. So they pretty much get the ideology of what is actually happening in the country. And they say, okay, I want to vote. Well, vote online. Go online and vote in 2 constituencies. I side with Rosie Douglas on that one. Go online and vote on the 2 constituencies. How do you regulate that? They will have to solve that problem right there. But it would not affect the rest of the 21 constituencies, because the majority of the 21 constituencies want to change. They want to change. And people coming from overseas to come and vote, that is not fair at all. I think Dominica has wanted a change for quite some time. I think in the last 3 or 4 elections, they wanted a change. But it's due to the people coming from overseas. Every election we've seen that happen. A set of chartered planes, a bunch of boats coming in, all sorts of things happening. And then people going back, the airport is jam-packed. It's not even Christmas time. After elections, the airport are jam-packed. Make it make sense to me, brothers and sisters. They're not even staying there to see how the convoy.
That is where you have a lot of contention. Persons are saying they send in Barrel, they send in Western Union, MoneyGram, or they sending little remittances back home, they contributing. That
should have nothing to do with voting. You do not live in the country to see how the country is going. If you are feeling the pressure of the country itself, you'll understand for yourself and say, hey, you know what, maybe voting that way isn't right. Maybe I shouldn't vote at all. I mean, some people have a conscience, some people have a conscience at all.
In insurance, they're doing this, they're doing that. Should they be part of the process by simply making those payments there? That's something that is worthy of debate.
Oh, you hear my point on that already. If they want to vote, make them have 2 extra constituencies for the overseas voters. The people in the north of the world and the people in the south of the world.
Oh, because
north of the equator, south of the equator.
What you find whenever an election is called, you see some persons coming in.
Yep.
And I cannot say it's for one set I see persons coming in, or it's one set that have brought people in.
Either set, all set, doesn't matter. It should not happen. What people coming in the country to vote? What is that for me now? You don't living in the country, you're coming in to vote, and you don't even stay there a week, coming bap and then rolling out. Really?
So sometimes we cannot get vexed because we have been outdone or done. You know, they master the skill better than us. Sometimes we cannot cry. Some persons have also spoken to absenteeism voting. So that time nobody will have a benefit or an advantage if they can raise more money to give people a VEP to Dominica to vote. Should we go down that route? Or should we just restrict voting to those who are resident here?
But that is a no-brainer. How you living overseas, benefiting from overseas, and then coming to vote in a country you're not benefiting from, or you're not feeling suffered, you're not feeling the suffering from, and then you come into vote, and then you going back to your better life and whatnot, while you putting the people in more problems, and then you have Peter paying for Paul. Come on, man.
Registration and confirmation. Well, the list we know. I mean, of
Clear
course,
that.
a list of near 70,000 voters in a country with less than 70,000
Imagine
persons. Warrants review.
Imagine that.
That is the thing everybody should agree to. Re-registration, but they said that it should be conducted within 3 months, and in Dominica.
In Dominica.
Nothing about.
I hear they wanted to go overseas for them to re-register people. What? What? Nah, man.
In overseas with notarizing and this and that. They spoke about bribery and treating.
They need to go in depth with that. They need to properly break that down, because we've seen people pass in. They wouldn't pass and give you money just like that. They pass in and give you $300. The independent candidates last election saw that for themselves. And then the previous one they're using Maria as Zelle, let's help the people Maria or whatever, blah, blah, blah. They're doing that constantly every election. You don't think that is bribery and bribing you with $300 or $500 or $1,000 for you to go and vote for them? That's bribing them. I give you the money, you take it, well, okay, vote for me. Then you have all sorts of concerts and telling people in the concerts, hey, I signed with this party and that party. That is cheating. You're treating the people, enticing the people to come and vote for you. By not even a subject matter that actually cares, that the people should care about, or the people care about. People vote music, yeah, I come and see, I come and shake my body, you. And then you come and do what? Yeah, I side with that man, because that man pay a set of money to come to Dominica to perform. If you pay me a set of money, what do you want me to tell them? Drink water? No problem. Come, brothers and sisters, come and drink some coconut water. Because you pay me to tell them drink coconut water. I'm not going to be like, no, if you tell me you pay me to come and drink coconut water, I'm going to tell them, go and drink apple juice. What's the point of that, brothers and sisters? That's treating. They're bringing gospel artists, they're bringing secular, bringing all kind of people to come and entice the people. Come on, man.
And more specifically, the bringing down of the foreign acts.
I just said
Bonjiga Lynn, Fee and Lion, Crossfire, Morgan Heritage. I think Itana, Buju Bantan. You understand? It is said that this is giving an unfair advantage. Or should it just be kept to who can bring down who, will bring down who? And if you cannot bring down, you cannot bring down. Should that be the case?
But under whose funding is it? Sometimes I've been hearing it's the very people's taxpayers' money they're using to do these things. They're using your money to bribe and treat you. Instead of doing what you elected them to do, which is fixing roads and organizing better education, providing proper national security and all those kind of things there. Better economic advantages and job opportunities for people. They're taking your money and make you come and see. Whoa, boy.
Foreign artists, like some of the Trinidad acts and appear in elections in Grenada and whatnot. So what occurs in the Caribbean is a restriction on the type of artists that can perform during an election.
It shouldn't be none of that. It's not entertainment that day. It's election. We have turned election into a CWO party. Man going election, they don't care about voting, you know. They don't care about voting, but they had truck and music playing and they say, hey, girls there. Let me go. They don't. I passed one time in Central Maho. Where that place is? Maho? Yes, I think it's Maho. I passed, brothers and sisters. They are camping inside the park. And it's a truck outside playing music, and it have more people outside than inside. Listening to what them people saying on the stage. Come on, man.
Is it restricted to local artists alone? So that's something that was said. Campaign financing. No, that is where it gets a little ticklish.
It should have equal
should
both
there be a
sides.
restriction on campaign financing that would restrict the amount of money you can spend during an election.
Yep.
If we decide all of us, we have $3 million to use for election, we have $3 million. Good and bad. Good, you'll find a lot of time being spent on focusing on the real issues, the real bread and butter issues.
Have debates. Have debates. Yeah, both sides. Yeah, them arguing with each other on the basis of merit or lies. But they can point it out and say, hey, but you say you're going to do this, you never did this. You talk about pie in the sky promises. Pie in the sky, yeah, pie in the sky promises, that of which you never did. So isn't that pie in the sky promises? Because you did not do it, and then you still tell people about pie in the sky promises. All these kind of things. Debate. Put it in front of the people, let the people see, hey, okay, what you saying making sense. Oh, what you saying making, okay, what you say, oh, for really, you really did that, you know, but no, you know, come on.
Sometimes our people get carried away with the fanfare and the message, the substance.
Guess what? They don't even listen to the message. I listen to Scary talking about his health care and he can send his family overseas. I wonder if these people listen. And then he asks these people, what about them? And the people start to clap. The man telling you he can send his family members, knowing that the hospital is in disarray. Telling you he can send his family members overseas for better medical attention. Then he asking you, his supporters, what about you guys? And you clapping? Boy.
It's not really there because it's all about the hype and the whatnot. Or should we just allow people to raise their money once it can be legitimate, go through all AML procedures that what you can raise, you raise, and what I raise, and we run our campaign. If it's a little box you can have.
I think everybody should get a fair money. If you say 3 million, or 1.5, you run your campaign on that. If you lose, if you finish your money without properly doing your thing, that shows the merit. You show the people what you want to do, what you want to do for them. You want to bring concert to entice them and all kind of thing, give them money, $300. If you give somebody 3 million and 3 million, two parties, 3 million, right? That party goes out there giving $300, that should be part of the bribery vibe. So you know they in flow with that. So they'll take that back. Once they know they can't do that, they'll take that back. So the 3 million must be spent adequately and properly to facilitate the campaign. Both sides will get the equal amount of money. That creates a fair playing field.
With your sound system, I can bring...
If you don't know how to use your money, then that is your business. You know?
Something from overseas. Should that be the case? Or should there be a cap?
Of course there should be.
The amount of money that can be raised.
Because remember, in the United States, they have these kind of things. Remember Obama? You see what they charging Trump for now? Obama them did it, you know. Obama them did it. Obama had to pay $385,000 in fines. $385 or $300 and something thousand in fines for doing the very thing they are charging Trump for. Hillary them did the same thing, talking about, oh, election is not thing and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. They did the same thing. And they want to charge Trump for the same thing that they have done. So I think there should be a cap, brothers and sisters. Because when people are lobbying, look at the Biden administration. One of the things that they were pushing was the injection. Because the number one funders of them were the people injection. The next one was the green energy movement. The people who lobby to put monies in these campaigns, they did their bidding. The president did their bidding for them and they were forcing it on the people. Therefore, that should be gone. I think America needs to stop that foolishness. We need to have a cap. People will say, oh, America doing it. Forget that foolishness, brothers and sisters. You need to do what is right. What will create free and fair elections. Not on the basis of lobbyists and those kind of people, but on the basis of the people. Brothers and sisters.
Then they spoke something about abuse of the incumbency, access to media. So whether you are opposition or reigning party, you should be able to access the state media.
Remember last time, Scary telling people they can use DBS media during the independence campaign, the independence election and Scary them campaign, Scary telling the people they can use the media. Does not tell you that Scary then has the right to tell people what they can use and what they cannot use on the Dominica broadcasting station that is state-run, paid by, for by the people? telling them that they can now use it and come and campaign, knowing that the independent candidates that go for Roseau and all those kind of places there, nobody would really vote for them. He decided giving the opportunities, but previously he didn't used to do that. But how on earth does Skerrit have the right to do that in the first place? A media that is run by the people's pockets. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know, brothers and sisters. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Are you in agreement? Foreign interference?
No foreigner coming and say, oh, you know what? Let me give you a Jeep. What? Let me give you a Jeep. I don't want nothing, no. Let me just give you a Jeep, man. You come in here and drive in Jeep all over the place. Really? My friends give me money. So your friends just give you money for no reason at all? Your friends just feel, let me just give you money, man. Really? Isn't that a conflict of interest? When people give you money, just like the lobbyists and the president had to do what the lobbyists put them to do, the injection and the green energy movement thing. Don't you think the foreigners would want to do something too? Okay, let me give you some monies and I want this. Isn't that a conflict of interest? For the prime minister, sitting prime minister, isn't that a conflict? Because you're not doing the bidding of the people are voting for you to do their bidding, but instead because people give you money for campaign, you decide no, I have to do their bidding, not the people's bidding, and the people voting for you. Boy.
Electoral Commission, and I heard Pastor Rodney say that anybody who is too cozy, or if you're an agent for CBI, you should probably not be on the Electoral Commission because it should be a bit more independent and it should be...
The Electoral Commission should be independent. Just like the Mr. Speaker or Madam Speaker of the House, they should be independent. They should never be on the stage. How on earth? The man coming on stage to campaign on DLP ticket. I don't care if it's DLP or UWP. You Mr. Speaker of the House, you should be neutral. So it is very clear when you go to the to the Parliament. It is very clear when you go to the House which side you're going to be picking. It is absolutely very clear to see the interaction that is taking place for simple rules that you cannot seem to abide by, but because you are siding with one party, trying to give the party the advantage. What is going on in the nature of the Caribbean, boy?
Open to academia, persons from the church, civil society, and importantly, he said, a woman. So these are some of the points I picked up from Randy Rodney's delivery.
We'll react to that, brothers and sisters, tomorrow. Tune in for that on BrBpTV YouTube platform.
And they indicated that they would continue to advocate the need for free and fair election.
It is needed.
I love listening to those things. As a matter of fact, I love listening to everything. And that's just how I am. I just love listening to every single thing.
I agree with him. Listen to both sides. I tend to listen to both sides too, you know. I tend to listen to both sides too. Just like the partner meeting me by Auto Trade and telling me they listen to my videos to see what the other side is saying. I say, sir, not on the other side, sir. I am telling the truth. But I think debate is necessary so we can get to see forefront of them rebuttaling each other and say, hey, this and that. And we get to see who has merit and who has not merit. How on earth we stop that? Not we know. Skerrit that decided stopping it. And the people not holding Skerrit accountable to say, hey, no, we want to see you debate. That is what we want to see, not what you want. We are the one putting you there. We want to see you debate to see if you have merit above the opposition or the oppositions. And then upon that merit, which you then claim that you have, based on the debate, we will realize or see, hey, this is what needs to be done. We will vote for you or we'll throw you outside. How did Dominica reach to that level, boy? How did Dominica reach to that level? As a little boy, I used to see Rosie them debating, Edison them debating, all Pierre Charles them debating. You mean to tell me now we have a culture of not debating the election and that's okay? Anyways, brothers and sisters, I'm just here to bring the information to you. I think all what is stated right there, we definitely do need. We need regulations and those things there. And we need the people to take precedence in this. The people, the citizens, those who reside in Dominica. I think they need, you know, if you're in Dominica for a while, bits of CARICOM movement, 12 months, whatever it is, you feel the blunt and the pressure, then you know what needs to be done. That's what I think needs to happen right there. What are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. This is pretty much all boy asked for this here vibrations. Tune in for the next one. I'll be doing a bit later on today, around 7. Look out for that vibrations. But of course, the brothers and sisters, I will be also posting on the BrBpTV tomorrow. But I posted another podcast. I'll post that link in the first comment in the comment box below, as well as the next reaction when I post it out for today. So tune in for the vibrations, brothers and sisters. Check the first comment in the comment box below for more vibrations, especially the podcast in that regard right there. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Be real! Salute the king. Be positive.